love the new team. Absolutely love it. We're having a great time. The new players, they're meshing so well, and it's been so fun so far. I'm glad we finally get to play though, because we're getting to the point in the fall, where you play each other all the time. And it's like, all right, someone else plays, but I'm loving it. We're having such a good time.
So those changes, though, I mean, some of them seem kind of unexpected, some of them not so much. How did you guys kind of deal with that, especially the late ones?
Yeah, it's natural. I mean, it's to be expected almost every year. I feel like the portal is, I personally think it's a great thing if you don't feel at home somewhere, or if you want to go play in front of your family, anywhere, anything like that. I think it's a great option. If people want to leave, go for it. I don't want someone to be where they're unhappy and be miserable. So the changes are great. I mean, people, whenever you leave, it brings a great opportunity for new faces to come in, and I think that's what we've seen this fall, and we're really embracing all the new girls, and they're doing the same to us, so we're loving it.
And what does it feel like for you to walk in now to this season being considered one of the top players in the country?
Yeah, I feel the same, honestly. I think it's very easy to get a big head, and we see where that happens, and it's a very big problem for some people sometimes, so I try my best not to do that. I still play softball. It's cool to get all the accolades and stuff, but I still have to perform, and I have to be that person, so I want to do the same thing for my team and be clutch and kind of lead the way for the young ones is the biggest thing that I want to do this year.
What surprised you about those scrimmages, those inter-squad scrimmages with the new players and just seeing them?
They're competitive. They're extremely competitive, and I love it. And they're fitting in very, very well. And I'll give the upperclassmen a lot of credit for it, too. We're doing a really good job of bringing them into our team, which has been something, I think we struggled with in the past. It didn't help with COVID. It was kind of hard to be around each other. And then, but now this year we're doing a really good job of getting everyone together, making the freshmen and the transfers comfortable. But yeah, I think they're doing great. They're competitive. They're here to learn. That's one thing that I've loved, is that they ask us questions, we can ask them questions, and it's such an open and safe environment.
You talked about leadership, and Izzy's kind of been a leader her whole time here. What are you seeing from Izzy?
Izzy's amazing. I don't know if you guys know, but she's student teaching this fall, so she's been every single day. She's been teaching for full-time job, comes straight to practice, and is still an incredible human being and leads us the whole way. I have the utmost respect for her. She's my closest buddy on the team. We're best friends. We go eat together every night. She's incredible to be able to do that, to go to weights by yourself in the morning. She does that too. She has to go earlier than us, go straight to school, come straight here. There's a lot on her plate, and I think she's doing incredible to be able to manage all of that. I think she's awesome, and she's the epitome of a leader.
Your recruiting class, when you first came in, was highly touted, and now you guys are here year 3. I know you talked about it a little bit, but does it surprise you how quickly it's gone by?
Yes, it a little bit of both. There are moments where it's a little slow, like October, you're like, man, this could go on forever. But then you look and it's like, oh wow, fall ball's already over and it's already December and we play Pac-12 in a month. Wow, okay. It is going by extremely fast. I'll tell all the young ones who know, it does fly by. So it goes back to the thing of find a place where you love and it'll fly by. You just want to enjoy it.
And what's it been like for you in the off season? Did you actually take any time off? I know that you and Izzy were working on giving sessions and helping kids and doing other things. Did you get time off? And then how quickly did you get back into hitting and practicing?
You'd be surprised. I feel like my first 2 weeks, I was like, I'm not hitting the rest of the month of June, maybe even July, I don't know. But then 2 weeks after we ended the World Series, I was like, okay, it's time to get back at it. It's so hard to stay away from it. It's just our lifestyle. I enjoy it. It's something to go do. I'm like, if I'm not hitting, what am I doing? I don't know. But it took me about 2 weeks to pick up a bat again, which 2 weeks off of doing nothing is an eternity. But yeah, Izzy and I did a lot of camps this summer. It was so fun. Her and I are pretty good at getting the Tucson community involved, and the girls love it. They have the time of their lives, and we had quite a few little clinics and camps, give a lot of lessons, and giving back. It's not hard work. You have to give the time to it, and that's what Izzy and I love doing.
And how much do you preach to other players that are joining the team about that, giving back to the community? Because in the past, you guys didn't have that opportunity to run camps like that.
Yeah, that's true. Izzy is actually, so she's our SAC president, so she was the community service head the past couple years, and so I actually took over community service this year, so we're very big on it. We very much encourage our team and our players to get out, because Tucson, it's nice too because there's no professional sports here, so it's the the town loves us, and I always tell our girls they love softball. The town loves Arizona softball. So the more that you can give back and the more that you can make those little kids feel seen, the better, because they absolutely eat it up. The kids, like, they love it. So we preach and we say, hey, get out as much as you can, give back, be kind to people. If you see a kid on the street and they ask you for a picture, do it. Like, it's those little things to give back that matter.
In Kentucky, what was it like going back to Kentucky? How long have you been there?
I was there for a week, so I actually went back to my old high school in Kentucky and got to run a couple camps at my old high school, which was really cool. I had a couple of my old buddies come. So one of them, her name's Emery Donaldson. She's going to go play at the University of Kentucky next year. She was in 8th grade when I was a junior. She played with me in my high school, so she was a little kid, and now she's a senior. We ran two days worth of clinics together, and then Riley Hull from Mississippi State, her and I ran one together too, which was so fun, just because I got to see her a couple weeks before playing with her at Supers, and then we got to host a camp together, and the girls loved it. I loved working back at my old high school. It was really cool.
So, you know, you've sort of been a face of this program the last couple of years, and you always seem, when you talk to us, you're very at ease and everything, but I know it can't be easy, and I know that, you know, now you have this deal and you talk about all the things you go through. How hard is it for you to come out here and put on that smile that you always seem to have and talk to us day in and day out?
Oh yeah, I believe in that everything happens for a reason, and I definitely believe in karma. So if I came out here and I blew people off, I feel like the world would get me. So that's why I try to stay balanced every day. I try not to switch it up. And here is my happy place. I get to be around my best friends, and it's so hard to not feel happy when you're here. So it's surrounding yourself and giving yourself the opportunity to be with good people. Coaches care about you, your teammates care about you, support staff, Katie, you know, you have people that are asking how your day is. So you're constantly surrounded by people that make you feel seen. And so it's very hard to feel down when you're here. And so they provide you with such great opportunities outside of the field too. So as soon as we leave, you go get dinner with a couple of your roommates and teammates, and then you're feeling pretty good. So it's the more that you get yourself out there, and if you need help, and you can seek it, and there's a lot of opportunities for it.
And how did your deal come about?
Yeah, so this is actually a funny story. So like a month or two ago, I get an Instagram DM from Lindsey Vaughn, and so I was like, I'd heard the name, but I didn't know much about her, and now I'm like so sad to say that. But so I called my parents, and it seemed legit. She was verified, had 2 million followers. I was like, all right, sweet. So I call my parents and I say, you guys know who Lindsey Vaughn is? And they said, yeah. And I was like, she just asked me if I wanted to work with her on a mental health care program, and she was like, and my parents said, what? Are you kidding me? And I was like, yeah, who is she? Like, what is she about? And they're like, you know that she's like the greatest female Olympic skier of all time, right? And I was like, oh, good, okay. But yeah, so now that I've gotten in contact with them, super cool, super excited to represent. I'm huge on mental health. I think it's something that I've never been scared to share. And I'm hoping that I can encourage teammates, younger players, like we were talking about a little bit earlier, if they need to speak it and they want to share it with other people, I'm hoping that I'm using my platform in a way that makes people feel like that's something that they can do too.